Hey guys, it's Devin. Welcome back to the channel. Please hit the subscribe button, like the video, and throw your comments below. Any comments received will be answered in a video. So, today's agenda. We're in the back shed. It's about that time we get the goat pen set up in here. I have goats that are ready to wean. Also have a handful that are that will be kidding in the beginning of April. Yesterday we had some people here. I wasn't here. I had to move my girlfriend out of college, help her move out because of this all virus crap and whatnot. She's online for the rest of the year, so I went up and helped her move out. My parents were home. A couple people came and bought a bunch of goats out of the barn. They bought six, four bred ones and two of the younger ones. So we're down to, I think, 7 bred now. So we'll have 7 for April. But I think we're doing pretty good now. So anyways, it's about time we got to get some goats moved. So we'll pull the sprayer. I think we're just gonna put the sprayer in right here. The baler, I'm just gonna pull ahead as far as I need to get the gate hooks on that post there. I think there's a tote behind the sprayer, and then we got to come in somehow. I think what I'm going to do is just I'll see, maybe if I got like a 2x6 or something, nail it on the outside. We'll dump gravel against, I think, starting there and going almost all the way around. The problem we're having is it's washing away on the outside of the building. This entire side of the shed is washed away. Part of the reason it was before the goats were back here, that was actually right out on the other side of the shed here was actually the cow lane where they'd walk out to the pasture, and there was always grass right by the shed, and it slopes down. And when I put the goat fence out there, let the goats out, they ate all the grass, so there was nothing holding the dirt back. And I've been every spring I mess with it. I really want to get it something permanent in, but it's hard to figure out what I want to do there. So anyways, we're gonna move some stuff around, and we're gonna get this pen set up, and maybe do a little bit of gravel work or something. So we'll set up the time lapse. Alright, we got equipment moved around, we got the gates up, dumped a bunch of stuff in the crack, so we got the head gates up. I think I talked about these way back, but I actually built these gates here, and they, let me see here, this one's kind of jacked up. But so you got, this is just a rebar, piece of rebar. And the goats stick their head in here. And this bar comes across and this latch is shut. And then they can't pull their head out. These were at one time spring loaded. So I had a spring in here. And then when you did this, then they would pop back shut. However, the goats would stand up on top and they'd grab onto these springs and they'd pull on them and they'd pull them apart. And I might have one on here somewhere. But just kind of cleaned up a little bit. I gotta go through and screw some tin there where it's pushed out. If the goats rub on it or beat on it or whatever they do with it, I don't know. I just dumped this whole back end full. I got 1 scoop of gravel. And then I actually just started scraping dirt kind of off the top of the driveway. Well, it's kind of mud now, but I'm kind of hoping it'll dry up and it'll set in there, but I don't know if it will. It's just the dirt and mud on top of the driveway, especially back here. So I just scraped the top off, so there's a bunch of gravel stones in there. It is what it is. I mean, can't really do anything else with it. But I thought maybe this would work good. I'm hoping it kind of sets in there and really gets hard, but I don't know if it will. And I don't know how much gravel I want to dump in again and again and again. Got to do some work on the outside at some point. I was looking at this. This is my acid tote or hay preservative tote. I want to try and find a pump for this. So I can fill the balers from the ground. I could just kind of drive up to the tote, hook the hose up, kick the pump on and fill the tank up on the baler. Otherwise I have it either on the loader or the skid loader and we raise it up, and I just got this little hose here and run it in, and I'm just not liking doing that, especially with the skid loader, raising it up. I mean, these totes aren't exactly light when they're loaded. I can't pick them up with the skid loader. I got to use the loader, and it's just, they're really heavy, and I hate picking them up so high. It's very dangerous in my opinion. So you got to pound a couple posts in here. What I'm going to do here, I'm going to get a 4x8 sheet of plywood from up in the barn. We'll throw it on top of there. I might even raise that up some more yet. We'll see. I'll figure it out. But then I'm going to set 2 bales right here, one on top of each other. I'm going to feed off the top bale. Normally I would just set a bale there and call it good, but I'm going to try and say limit it a little bit so I can pull a couple slabs off and throw it down. I'm also going to be feeding baleage for a couple weeks yet. So we're going to do, I think I'm just going to throw the baleage right down on there. We're going to get, we'll put the plywood on top, and we'll throw the baleage in, we'll throw some hay on, do it that way, and so forth. As far as the fence around the outside, I think it's all right, at least for that part. I just got a handful of goats I got to get out, and it's the weather's decent. It's supposed to just kind of keep warming up, so we're gonna throw some back here. I got to get some feeders bolted on, at least here and there. So let's see, today's Sunday. One of these days I want to start the semi up, and I want to do a little bit of work on that. I got to put some numbers on the side of the truck. somehow. I also want to do some work to the boxes on the side of the trailer. Right now all my straps sit inside the truck, and I'm starting to get sick of it. I have 2 boxes on the trailer. Both of them are missing a door. I think they both are missing one door. I don't know why. Um, but I want to get something on there so I can throw the straps in the boxes. As well as just go through it, check the tires. It's sat a while. Wednesday we're gonna haul some hay. Hopefully one of these days we got to run up and get some parts. Once we get the parts, we got oil changes to do, stock chopper put together. We're still working on the tillage equipment. I got to mix feed at some point. I'm just mixing it with a bucket now. Goat work, we got to try and get that done before we really start going. But so we got to keep going. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the time lapse. I think I'm gonna start doing a little bit more of that. Kind of working with my cheap little camera that I got. Well, I've had it for a while now. Just a cheap little thing. I'm trying to do a little bit more with it. I'm kind of set on buying a camera at some point, but we gotta get some work done and get some money in the bank. I'll just say I'm feeling a little tight right now. So thanks for watching. Leave your questions and comments below. It'll get answered in the next video if I get any. Subscribe, like the video. I'd appreciate it. I appreciate everybody watching, and I hope to see you next time.